Top down, bitch, show you press. This the type of vibe I put your moms on. Wintertime, PJs with the long johns. She a fan, only fan, pom-poms. She do that money dance when the song gone. This the type of vibe I put your moms on. Wintertime, PJs with the long johns. She a fan, only fan, pom-poms. She do that money dance when the song gone. I done gone twilight, she done gone star bright. I need my time like, take my time like. I done gone twilight, she done gone star bright. Take my time like, take my time like. I done gone twilight, she done gone star bright. I need my time like, take my time like. I done gone twilight, she done gone star bright. Take my time like, take my time.
So hey Derrick, so how are you today?
I'm pretty good. It's a nice hot day in New York. It's kind of rainy today, but other than that, I'm okay.
All right. How do you feel with the whole 100? It was like 110 back to back.
Oh no, the heat was crazy. Where I stay, I think one of the systems stopped working for a second, and it got really hot. But the heat in New York can be some other shit. It could absolutely be some other stuff. So, like, shout out to those that got any type of AC, multiple fans, figure out how to stay cool. But it was definitely, I don't know if anybody's seen Do the Right Thing, but it was definitely mookie weather outside where, what's her name? Rosie Perez was with the ice on the nipple, I think it was. The ice on the nipple. I think it was something like that. I remember from the movie. Yeah.
I haven't seen Do the Right Thing in years.
Yeah, it is Do the Right Thing. Yeah, it is
With
Do the
Spike
Right
Lee,
Thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it is Do the Right Thing. Yep. Do the Right Thing.
You like Spike Lee?
Love Spike Lee. I'm human, so I don't like everything that somebody's going to dish out, but overall, I love Spike Lee. Spike Lee is an amazing talent, inspiration. His cinemas have touched people beyond our imagination. Malcolm X is one of my favorite. The Five Bloods, I think it is. Spike is just a continuing talent of storytelling that I'm just thankful to live in the time frame that he's spewing out this work.
And to this day, he's still making films, and he's still speaking about the black voices, still having the black voices out there.
100%. 100%. I mean, he's always speaking the black voice or about the black voice. So Spike Lee is definitely in tune with the ancestors of what it is that we call black and all that spirituality. I definitely think that Spike Lee brings that into his cinema, which is really cool.
So would you put Spike Lee, will Spike Lee already be in your Mount Rushmore of film directors?
Oh, I don't have a, what is it called? I don't have a Mount Rushmore of people.
Or your top 5, top 2?
I don't have any of that. I don't consider anybody to be greater than myself. So I have no list.
None at all?
None. There's no list.
Even with music?
Same. There's no list.
And why is that?
I think that, we all inspire each other. So I think it's a continuous rhythm of inspiration. I don't think that anybody's great. I don't think that the moment is spoken for. I think Martin Scorsese said it when he said, maybe film is just being discovered. And I would like to think that about the whole gamut of the arts and entertainment. Maybe the whole thing from theater to poetry to novels to music to film, art. Maybe it's not spoken for. Maybe it's a continuous thing that's going on. So there's no list. Nobody's topping my list for me. but I would love to make others lists. My name is Dear Derrick. Put me on your list. I don't know.
Okay, so let's start with your name. Your name is Dear Derrick, Dear, Derrick. And why did you put the Dear first before your name?
Oh, so my full artist name is Dear Derrick and the Band. And Dear Derrick and the Band is a letter to myself. I'm a writer. I mean, I do a plethora of other things, but I'm a writer, and that's what I love the most. And so it was always like, how do I have a name that I'm writing to myself? And then Dear Derrick and the Band, it's just a long artist name to have, so I cut it to just Dear Derrick. But the band was just all the people that have helped me, all the people that have helped me throughout life. And that's what I was considering the band. You know, sometimes you forget some of the people that you meet and things like that. So I like to put it in my artist title, Dear Derrick and the Band. I have a very mystic life, and there's been so many people that have come and go, that have supported and helped me grow. So I've always wanted to keep them in mind, and that's where the band came from.
All right. So you mentioned in an interview that you're an underground rapper that no one knows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah, I like this approach.
Okay.
I like the no one knows me approach. I realized that I had become all that I wanted. There was never a lust bone to be like Jay-Z or to be like any top tier hip hopper. I love wearing polo and being able to rap and go to the studio sometimes and do shows sometimes. That was it. Mm-hmm. And I love that art of it. I'm not a cornball, so I don't want to do things the corny way and be a fixture of, you know, in people's mind that I do this one thing. So I'm glad that my life has taken different roads to within the frame of making things. So it's not just hip hop music. It's curating art shows. It's hip hop music. It's making art films. Back then, now it's making feature films. So I've just been blessed to be open to have the freedom to choose which thing I like to jump into.
And the fame, man. Don't you want to be considered or be like recognized for the fame?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't, that's not that. What do they call those types of questions? What's the question again?
Fame. Don't you want to be like famous?
It's like, I mean, no. Like I don't know. Like, what is the proper answer to that? No. Like, if you answer yes. Oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. Imagine someone says, do you want to be famous? And they say, yes. You seem like the illest, like, sloth type pig in existence. But I don't know. But no, to answer the question, not to make the roundabout, but to answer the question, do I want to be famous? Yes and no. Yes, because I get access, or fame gives you access to things that you think you might want, right? And then no, because who wants to be annoyed by people who says, I love da-da-da-da-da that you did 8 years ago? So yes and no.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna jump back and forth to your music and your movies.
Take
right?
your time.
So let's go to your music first. So Born for Porn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, The Art of Nothing. Super Dot.
Damn.
11 a.m. album.
Yeah.
DD 63 album.
Okay. Wow.
the titles. Let's start off with the titles.
Oh wow.
Where did the titles come from?
So okay, we could start with we'll start. Wow, we'll start with Born for Porn.
Yeah.
Born for Porn was actually an art show, and the music part of the art show was the album or mixtape, whatever you call it, was what I made for that, and the name came about because I was moving around with my good friend, and there was this spot on Lafayette and like Howard. It was a nightclub, and they used to have a stripper's pole in there, and we used to go there. We was able to smoke back then, whatever. So we would burn our backwoods back there. And then this one time, this girl was getting off the pole, and she came toward me, and she came to hit the blunt, and I looked at her like, "You're bugging." Like I don't even know you. And I said no to her. I'm so sorry. I couldn't share the blunt with you. And she walked off. And my brethren said, "You know, my lord, some of these," I think he used the word bitches. He said, "Some of these bitches are just born for porn." I said, "Oh, this sounds like a project." And that's how it all happened. That's how I developed the theory about Born for Porn was the concept of consumerism and capitalism. Like being a consumer in a capitalist society is like we're born for porn. It's like we're born to get fucked. It's like we're born to be taken advantage of. We're born to be promiscuous. We're born to be filthy. We're born to be pure. We're born for this type of pornography, this type of perfection that we're searching for in this capitalism that we're living in. So
it's like you're looking for that lust somewhere.
But not in just the body.
Like
everything.
Material, yeah, everything.
Yes, everything is like we approach it like we approach most things like we're born for porn. Like you say, we go drinking with our friends, and sometimes while drinking at a restaurant, your friend is saying, my job is not so good. And you mention all these horrible things about this workplace that the practical mind would leave. But because of this born for porn type of mentality, we return to work the next day, and we don't even give it 5 days to quit and try to get a job, even if it's a lesser career. We just choose to be born for porn. So that's where those titles come from. Although they sound vulgar, they have a lot of back thought to it with some type of intellect. Okay.
The same for the art of nothing.
The art of nothing, yes. If you have everything, you have the art of nothing. You are the art of nothing. How to do the most is to give nothing. I give you nothing. I've just gave you everything. A lot of people give everything and then they get nothing. Well, that's what giving everything is. That was just another theory. Again, that was an art film. That was several art films that I did at a time when I was in the gallery world in New York. And I had compiled them, and I put together this thing called Art for Nothing, this whole art film. And that was the music that I put to it.
Yeah. Okay. The same will go with like Super Thought or 11 a.m. album.
11 a.m. was more of a product album. I was working in the coffee shops in New York as a barista. I'm a barista still. Shout out to all my baristas that watch the show. Nostandinganytime. Offer them coffee. So I wanted to create some coffee mugs. And at the time, I kept seeing 11 a.m., 11 a.m. So with that, me and my friend Believe Brown, shout out Believe Brown, we hooked up and we made this album together. Molly Fletcher produced this wonderful track on there called Smooth Sailing, which is a great track. Yeah, 11:11 a.m. My buddy Daniel Sparks, we did Savannah on there. Believe had produced several joints on there. It's a really good project. It's a really good project.
Cool.
But we had merchandise, so that's what that project was the representation of. I think we had pressed up about 1,000 mugs. Not too many, something boutique. And that's what that project represented, 11:11 a.m.
And do you still have the mugs, or they sold out?
No, they sold out.
All right.
I don't have. I think I have like 3 of them at home that I use
Mm-hmm.
in my personal cabinet. I'm not gonna give anybody that.
Oh, okay. This is like off topic. As a barista, what's the most popular drink like people like buy?
Cappuccino, latte.
Cappuccino latte.
Yeah. Mostly cappuccino latte.
Why?
I have
Tastes better.
I'm not a taste expert. I'm a good barista. I'm a good barista only by personality. I just want to say that because the baristas are like the new wave of baristas. Whew, they got it down to a science. So I'm a barista. I know a lot of the tricks, trades. We can do small batches of roasting. We can take it there and all that stuff. But some of these kids, they know coffee to a mind-blowing.
Not too well.
No, not too well. You can't know anything too well, but they know it in such a way that you can be fascinated by it. But I try not to learn everything about coffee because I like to stay fascinated about it. So I don't want to dive in too deep, and then you lose the moment of why you're here. And for me, at least, I lose the moments of why I'm here. So I learn bits and pieces as I go to keep myself interested in it in long term.
What would be the best brew for you?
Best brew for me would be like an Ethiopian or a Kenyan.
Okay, so what goes into it?
It's just the aromatic smell is a little bit better,
Mm-hmm.
and the taste is a little bit more berry.
No.
So it has more. In that climate, I think it's more berries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so the last one is DD63.
Oh, DD63 was okay. I'd say, well, there's 2, but okay, DD63, funny project. So DD63 is Dear Derrick 63.
Okay.
Dear Derrick 63, the 63 number comes from Michael Jordan. I think it was April 20th, 1987 or 89. I could be messing it up. It was like April something, 1980s. And Michael Jordan wasn't Michael Jordan just yet. He wasn't winning all the championships, but he was becoming Michael Jordan. And he had scored 63 points in this game. And DD63 was a project where I had released 63 songs of mine. I have so many songs. I have released 63 great songs. Actually, Rep is on that project as well. Rep is on that project. He has a few songs that me and Rep, whatever me and Rep did is all over that. Shout out my boy Rooftop Rep. But yeah, that project has 63 songs on it.
63 songs.
Yeah.
And how many features?
A bunch. It's just 63 songs that I've did over the years. And I still have more left over. But it was that I was saying that I'm Dear Derrick at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So here's 63. And tomorrow I'll be Dear Derrick, more like a Michael Jordan, going into like winning championships and things like that. So that was the metaphor. It was kind of just
Okay.
a nice confidence booster, DD63.
Well, why 63? 63 it seemed like a lot.
No, it was the number that Michael Jordan had scored during the game.
Oh, so in my
Before
mind,
he
I'm
was
thinking, okay.
Michael Jordan, like to the people.
Okay, I'm thinking you probably have 63 songs on there.
No, I do.
Oh, yeah. Why 63 songs?
Because I'm scoring 63 like Mike.
I know, but 63 just seem a lot.
It is a lot, but I'm able to do it
Uh-huh.
at that time, and I still made more music.
Mm-hmm.
I still, the next year, put out another EP with Believe Brown, and it was just me showing strength and the journey that I've been taking as this, crafting myself to be this hip hop artist that I want to listen to, not what you want to listen to. Dear Derrick is who I want to listen to as a fan of hip hop since a kid.
Okay.
So I don't make anything for anybody. If I make something, it's because I wanted to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I always operate from that standpoint.
Okay. So what would be on their Derrick playlist? Or like what kind of genre or this music you would listen to?
John Mayer.
Mm-hmm. What John Mayer is like the early?
No, like 2012 John Mayer, Born and Raised album.
Creed, Coldplay.
No, I can't get into that shit.
Creed?
No, hell no.
Why?
No, what do you think? I'm a sappy black nigga? What the fuck? No, nigga. Niggas is real niggas over here. Like, nigga bugging out. Nah, we listen to John Mayer. We listen to Razcast, Cannabis, RP Nipsey Hussle. We listen to a lot of Nipsey. We listen to the homie Corrupt. I listen to anything that's like thought provoking.
Mm-hmm.
If your shit's not thought provoking, I listen. I mean, I think it's thought provoking. I listen to a lot of Soulja Boy. Shout out Soulja Boy. I know most people are like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I love Soulja Boy. I just listen to anything that, for me, that intrigues my mind.
Yeah, you love what you love. There's no wrong with that.
I definitely love what I love. A lot of Charlotte Day Wilson. A lot of I don't listen to Summer Walker as much as I used to, but I used to listen to Summer Walker. Sabrina Claudio, Confidently Lost album is one of my favorite. Yeah, I'm kind of
Chino XL.
Chino XL, RP Chino XL. I listen to Chino XL sometimes, not a lot. Hell Rel, I actually listen to Hell Rel. Actually, it's funny because he's a friend of mine.
Okay.
But I actually listen to this guy at least like 4 to 5 times a week. I swear to God. I don't even know. It always goes to like putting on one of his albums. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Okay, so before we go back, so what's your favorite Hell Rel album?
My favorite Hell Rel album.
Or mixtape?
There's 2 of them. Not Guilty. He knows this. I bug him all day about, we got to do Not Guilty too. Shout out my son Ruga. Ruga Rel, not Hell Rel also. He changed his name, so I'm going to get spoken to about that. Not Guilty and Meyer Lansky. My favorite projects.
Okay. You didn't like the first official album?
Oh, the album cover, the album is fucking classic, but you said from my favorite,
Mm-hmm.
I told you my favorite. Not Guilty and Meyer Lansky.
And why is that?
I don't know. They just, timing in life, that's just my, woo! It's a good vibe.
Uh-huh.
It's a good vibe.
And how did you guys become friends?
Shit, life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Life be lifing. I think it was my friend, I don't want to name drop, Chrissy Monroe. Chrissy Monroe, she's from the reality TV thing sector. Okay. And I met her in the art world years ago. And her and I are great friends. And I was looking to do when I was in the gallery world, I was looking to do something with a rapper because I had did the first ever Wu-Tang show along with my buddy Power, the founder and executive producer of Wu-Tang Clan. So I was looking to do something in a different vibe, but kind of different person, kind of same game plan.
Mm-hmm.
So I was introduced to Rel. And when I met Ruga, the friendship just since 2011, maybe 2012, Yeah, 2011, 2012. It's just been just trajectory on the up. He's actually in my movie that I made called The Black Sea. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen the movie. That was pretty good.
Oh, word.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. That's pretty good. So you grew up in Brooklyn.
I grew up in Brownsville.
Yeah, Brownsville, Brooklyn. Yeah.
I grew up in Brownsville.
Brownsville. Still Brooklyn.
I grew up in Brownsville.
Okay, so now, how did your environment and experience shape your artistic vision and stories that you want to tell? How was it growing up in Brownsville anyway?
It's beautiful. It's wonderful. You get to play. You have friends. And then you get older, you go from slap boxing to shooting to drug sales to jail. It's wonderful. It's just no, Brownsville's amazing. Like, I mean, there's sometimes when I do these type of interviews, I want to say some characters from Brownsville. I've had traumatic experiences in Brownsville personally. But Brownsville overall as a neighborhood is a very nice place. It's a very good community. I don't know, I just have everything good to say about Brownsville. Brownsville made me believe in myself. Mm-hmm. Brownsville has a sense of comforting when you're in the, like, man's search for self is very comforting for Brownsville. Man searching for problems will be answered in Brownsville. But you can search for yourself. You could discover yourself. I don't know. I just had I had some traumatic events, but I've also had a wonderful time in the neighborhood that I was blessed to be born in. I'm from Brownsville. I'm born in East New York, raised in Brownsville.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
Then why do you think Brownsville got like a bad stigma, especially from the media?
Because we never ran, never will.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. But you got to understand, it's not just the current Black and Latino community of Brownsville that you see. Brownsville has this origin of this violent type of vibe, dating back to the early immigration of some of the Jews, Italians, and the Irish of Brownsville, East New York area. So a lot of people should just do the history of the rhythm of the neighborhood, more than just whatever people of the neighborhood are living there. Mm-hmm. It's always been a kind of never ran, never will type place. And I just think through each type of group of people, it's just that type of neighborhood. But it's a beautiful neighborhood.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I can go on and tell other stories from another perspective, but I would like to start from myself, start saying good things about Brownsville. Because they make it sound like I was from some horror den. And there were horrible days, but it was no horror den.
Yeah, I mean, it's like every neighborhood, there's a good and a bad.
Yeah, and I just want to start expressing, and it's not to this interview, but it's just a note to self, to remind myself to speak good about Brownsville, because people raise their kids here.
Yeah. It's
not me get on here and exchange stories of trauma for oh, yo, Derrick's a real one. It doesn't matter if I'm a real one or not. Mm-hmm. There's some bad things that happen with me and my family in Brownsville. And there's a lot of good things that happen for me, my family, and some other families that I've never met that had a whole nice ride throughout the whole Brownsville. So it's also life. So I just want to speak some goodness to my community. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of good stuff happening there.
I like that. Thank you.
And we have had a lot of good stuff. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, we have changed the whole world and how we dress. Shout out to Brownsville and the lowlives. Like, if it wasn't for, that condition of what we were living through, that type of creativity wouldn't be called on. So, thank the Lord that those kids in that rhythm, from what I know, started in the Ville.
You don't go into details with that?
I don't want to go into details with that because that's not my generation. Mm-hmm. And I'm lusting the truth of that story, and I think I do know the truth of that story because I do. I'm not shitting you. I actually do know the truth of the story, but I don't like to speak on that story because there's so many polo liars. It's like a phenomenon. It's like a straight up phenomenon. So I have a story in mind about Low Lives and its origin, but I don't want to speak on it because, again, I've noticed over the last 20 years, Low Lives are liars. And it gets worse every generation. Because I think it started with the third or fourth generation lying about being the third or fourth. And them niggas was acting like they was the first or second. And it's that old thing that happened in hip-hop. Like, the golden days of lowlife are at the origins. That's the goodest part about the lowlifes. Is that the golden days for being a lowlife and what it meant in your social world to go to high school or junior high school as a lowlife is totally different from back then to now. So, like, the golden moments of lowlife is within the origin story of lowlifes.
All right.
It's not in the second generation where niggas start trading clothes and some niggas are boosting and some niggas are trading. That's not the origin story. I'm talking about all niggas are boosting. We can't afford none of this shit. Whatever that story is, that's somewhere near the origins. I believe that.
All right. So now let's go to your film, The Black Sea. Now that was shot without a script, and it was using what you call a cinematic freestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the origin of the story, and why did you decide to shoot it that way?
So I wanted to make a movie. Me and my partner Crystal Moselle, we had a TV show in development at HBO, and with just my luck, Hollywood decides to go on strike. So this thing that's brewing up for me that looks like it's about to start working, it's that fame question again, right? Do you want to be famous or do you want not? And then you realize, like, maybe I do. What's happening now? And Hollywood's like closing, and you're like, yo, what the hell's happening? Why when I show up it starts raining? And I'm talking to Crystal like, yo, we got to do something. And she's very professional, so she's operating from that. Yo, we got to try to follow the rules. But then we start looking at the scope of things, and we like, nah, this don't look right. This don't look like it's to our advantage. And we start talking about stories, and I mentioned a place that me and Crystal had went to the summer before, to Bulgaria for the first time. And when I got there the first time I was there, I was like, oh, I should shoot something here. But nobody was listening to me, so I was like, whatever. Fast forward, the strike happens. Now everybody's all ears. So I'm like, yo, Crystal, we could do something in Bulgaria. So she calls her homegirl, Isabella, who's another producer on the film The Black Sea. Crystal she just put her and Isabella just put the magic on it. I mean, I call Isabella the fire starter, but Crystal definitely lit the match. She called her and she said, we're coming to Bulgaria to shoot a movie. And then Isabella said, okay. And that was it. 2 weeks later, we were in Bulgaria figuring out how to make a movie and what was the story. And going back and forth with Crystal, we're trying to come up with a story. And then I was like, yo, what if he's like a barista and he loses his job and he's got this older Bulgarian woman is at the fortune teller, and the fortune teller tells us, like, listen, you're not going to make it, lady. And the lady's like, what do you mean I'm not going to make it? You're about to pack it up. So what can I do? You got to find a black man. And, from there, you develop a story that, of course, you're in Bulgaria. There's not a lot of black people. Where do you find the black man? Maybe Facebook. And from there, the adventure starts, and you start playing with scenarios. And, improv, you learn a lot from freestyling, and you learn a lot from improv filmmaking, because it's a confidence thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a confidence-based way of displaying your talent. You gotta be confident. You gotta be confident in what you're saying, and you gotta mean it, even if it's simple. And you see it in hip hoppers. When you see Snoop rapping, some MCs might say Snoop is a more simpler MC, but he means it when he's saying these simple words.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all in the confidence of the delivery. And that's what I learned from doing the Black Sea with Crystal. It was in the confidence in choosing the shot, the confidence in choosing the scene, the scenario of the scene, because again, it's improvised. So we're just choosing, Derrick, you're going to grab that orange, and you're whispering in this person's ear, and then you're saying, Ermina, my co-star in the movie The Black Sea, you're going to allow him to grab the orange, but you're shocked. And then you let it happen. And, like, you didn't know that this person was taking an art. And you create this type of chemistry, or, I mean, chemistry is probably not a good word, but you take this type of ism and you make something happen out of that.
Okay.
And kind of like a tennis game, you cause that friction or whatever. You rub that together to cause that static. And that's it. And it's like dancing. And then, with making a motion picture, it's a long-winded dance, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, long tango class.
It sounded a bit difficult. How difficult was it to get that rhythm at first?
It's always difficult. It's never, when we say it's easy, it's only being said as it's easy to be humble, but it's always difficult. But I think that the cure for difficult is to approach difficult, and you have to be professional because you're at work, but approach difficult with some light-hearted fun, and you can get through it. Because it is difficult, but it's not that serious. Like, we're not soldiers of an army. We're not doctors doing a surgery on someone that can survive. Like, when this is fun, of course you must be professional, but also approach it with a lighthearted bit of fun. And I think that that's what helped me discover this newfound thing called acting that I love to do now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And the film explored the unexpected connection between outsiders and cultures exchange. And AKA, it just means a black man being lost in a world where there's no black people.
Yeah. Well, black, yeah. But we're always lost in the world.
Mm.
We're always lost in the world. I hold the cup with two hands because it had a logo on it, not because I'm slow or something. Yeah, we're always lost in the world. We're always lost in the world. This guy is hilarious over here. Stop laughing, man. You're messing it up.
But I just like the unexpected connection. Then at the same time too, there's that cultural experience that you're experiencing too, being in like a new town, a new city, or village.
I think the greatest part about Bulgaria for me, in my experience of making that film, was the cultural exchange that took place. Not one culture was bigger than the other. It was an exchange of culture.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very important to me and Crystal, because most people come in these types of territories and make documentaries, and they have the takers mentality, and it's okay. We are raised by our, what is it called? We're all raised by our colonizers. So we're all educated by our colonizers. Mm-hmm. So we act appropriately. We do the things that we were raised to do. But in this, for me, when making art, is the exchange is very important for two parties to end up smiling. Or if one person is displeased, then both people are displeased. but yeah, so it's all about the exchange.
Mhm.
It's all about the exchange, and in this film, with me and Armina and Stoyle, who plays Gorgie, is my bro. It was about the exchange on camera, and it was about the exchange off camera too, because we ate together. We did. It was one of those moments, and you're making a film on the whim, so you're just making it, and it was one of those moments that I will always cherish because it was my first feature independent film. It was made in 17 days.
And you guys filmed it on an iPhone.
No. We filmed it on the Sony cam. Shout out to my boy Jackson
Okay.
Hunt. Funny enough, Jackson Hunt, the DP for the film, I forget the name of the film at this moment. Jackson, don't get mad. But shout out to Jackson Hunt. He also shot a movie on an iPhone. When this video goes up, I'll ask him in the comments to leave whatever movie that was with the iPhone. But yeah, he did a film with an iPhone, which was very clever. But no, we used the Sony camera. And again, his openness. We didn't have a gaffer. I don't think we had lights. No, we didn't have lights. Yeah, I just can't. I can go on and on and on about that scenario, but it was testing the waters, and it was a marvelous way to test the waters and to just try. I think that the statement from everybody that worked on that film, The Black Sea, including the people who purchased it, Metrograph, David, and all those people, I think the Black Sea's true moment after watching it, for people, I think it's a moment of inspiration that, sometimes we can just go out and do things. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's the main spiritual reason behind the making of the movie, for me and Crystal at least, is that we all can just sometimes overthink. And sometimes some of these ideas are just best done. Just do it. Mm-hmm. Of course, sometimes you got to add a couple of dollars onto it, but just do it. Just do it. And the Black Sea was like one of those moments where everybody working on the project is aligned with the idea of we only live once.
Yeah.
So
I like that message there. So what message do you hope the audience could take away from cultural perspective?
From a cultural perspective?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like being in a different environment, it's like seeing how other people interact.
Oh, and from a cultural perspective, I think that all people should travel. I think that, if you live on 11th Street, you should go to 12th Street. If you live on, 15th Street, you should try to make it to 17th Street. I think everybody should just move around. Mm-hmm. I think the traveling eye and ear and travel good for your taste buds. I think that that's culture. I don't know. The word culture is all. I get confused with it. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it really means because there's a culture in everything.
Yeah, there is.
So I just look at everything like life. This is life happening here. It's life happening over there. It's life, mm-hmm. They wear this fabric over there because the weather is like that. They wear this over here because it's no culture. It's life on Earth.
And people just living.
Yeah, I have no idea where we are. They call this Earth. It's a floating bubble. That's pretty scary. With water, that's even scarier.
So would you consider another cinematic freestyle movie?
No.
I'm
never corny. I don't need. How is it? I know I'm not cool, or I'm not the coolest. But I am never. I'm never corny. So there won't be no more improvised freestyle cinematic films.
Okay.
My next film is a written script and it's called. My next film is this Black Sea was made in Bulgaria. My next film is in Romania, and it's going to be called Gefilte Fish, Table Manners While Eating Your Duck Fat, Hallelujah. It's an amazing movie. It's a true story based on imagination. It's quite incredible. And shout out to Brooklyn. When this movie gets out in the world, that's all I can say is shout out to Brooklyn, and then shout out to Brownsville.
Okay.
Because, again, you guys say Brownsville, Brooklyn. I say Brownsville.
That's strictly Brown, though.
The sixth borough.
All right.
Just joking.
Now I know. So, you're acting. You acted in the HBO series, The Betty.
Yeah, I did some acting.
Okay.
I did some acting in Betty. Crystal is the director of Betty, which was a spinoff of the movie that she did called Skate Kitchen, which was a pretty cool movie too. So she's we'll get her up here for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Skate Kitchen.
Skate Kitchen is a
What's that
movie. It's about it's like a 5-girl movie, skateboard girl movie that turned into a TV show called Betty, and that's the TV show that I did an appearance on once before. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you how was it when you was in Betty and being with a larger cast and crew and versus being like in a smaller cast and crew.
Well, so my acting career started when I was in kindergarten. I was Mr. Bojangles in kindergarten. I was Mr. Bojangles. Bill Robinson, that was his name, Mr. Bojangles. So I played Mr. Bojangles in kindergarten, and I think maybe in first grade. Then I went to, I was in public school, PS 112, Mr. Morano, my teacher, performing arts. Then I was the rabbi, the black rabbi in the Fiddler on the Roof for like 3-4 years straight until I graduated public school, 5th grade life. Then I took a break. Then I did Betty.
Okay.
And then I did the Black Sea, and then I'm back. I'm back now. So I back off my hiatus. I talked to all my Brooklynites. They let me know you can do it now. It's good to do. We need another Brooklyn guy out there to rep the whole thing of Brooklyn, not just a black Brooklyn, a Puerto Rican Brooklyn, a Jewish Brooklyn, an Arabic Brooklyn, a Hindu Brooklyn, a Chinese Brooklyn, a Korean Brooklyn, a gay Brooklyn, a trans Brooklyn, a Brooklyn's Brooklyn, a farmer's market's Brooklyn, a coffee shop Brooklyn, a CMOS Brooklyn, a Rastafarian Brooklyn, a Joggers Central Brooklyn, a Runners Club Brooklyn, niggas playing music in the street Brooklyn.
That's all Brooklyn.
That's all Brooklyn.
Okay. Let's talk about your art. So you've been involved with the Holy Gallery. With,
the whole.
Yeah, the whole gallery. Sorry, the whole gallery. Yeah. With Dame Dash, Pompton Gallery. As an art curator.
Yep, as an art curator.
And how's the whole process?
The worst thing I've ever done in my fucking life. It's the worst. It's the worst level of fucking racism I've ever witnessed in life.
Oh, seriously?
I swear to God. It's actually, what you realize the art world is an actual seat at the table. The music world is a vanity world for the alcohol business. The film world is probably the same. But the art world is the actual, nigga, do not sit here. Oh my God. I didn't realize I was here. Yeah, so that was, that was that time.
Wow.
But that's the art world.
And why is that?
I have no idea. I didn't go to art school. It's just some shit that happened. I mean, I love my time in it, but it was a very hard time. Very hard time. You think that hip hoppers are going through it? Art art world artists. You know, that thing that they're going through it. They're going through it. They're going through it. They're going through it. I mean, life is hard. I have no answers.
Yeah, I see a lot of rappers were trying to merge hip hop with art.
Yeah, I was doing it at a time where I had no company.
Mm-hmm.
So at a time when me and my buddy Power from
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, from Wu-Tang, we were working together, and I was working with him on Wu-Tang stuff, and then we were doing some gallery stuff. We had no peers. We wasn't like, oh yo, this hip hop is over here. It was just us. It was just us. And I think, it was just us. And I think at the time, Kanye West had the Dark Twisted Fantasy album, and he wanted to do an art show. But I've always thought Kanye was corny. So I've always said no. So anybody who knows that story in New York City, in the New York City art world, that actually knows the story, when him and his peers was trying to do an art show, I was one of the guys that definitely said, definitely not here, nigga. You pack that shit up. We doing Power Show first, if anything, because the chicken don't come before the egg, or however that scenario work out.
Mm-hmm.
What I do know is your shit not first, or second, or third. That's all I do know. And you can consider yourself to be whatever type of creativity you want.
And why do you say no? It was,
Why did I say
yeah.
no? Well, I'm not a Kanye West fan.
Okay.
And it goes back to what I just spoke on about the origins. Oh, thanks. About the origins of the polo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's the origins of the polo stuff. It bothers me. So I can't really speak too tough on it. But that story was a beautiful story. And so many people have just lied and built lives off of it. And, history is told through the best liar.
Yeah.
History is not a true thing. History is not a true thing. History is who kills who first.
Mm-hmm.
And then who tells the story.
True.
So, history, whoever dies first. That's history. That's it.
Yeah, it's about victors.
That's it. Nigga, if I take your shit and I dead you and I quiet your mouth, nigga, I'm telling the story. Nigga, that's history. Mm-hmm. History is violent. History is not this friendly, tell us the history. No. Niggas you gotta die for that.
Now you're right. So let's jump back to music real quick. So you basically did like a album with Kool Keith.
Oh yeah. That was a part of this thing I got called Super Thought. And it was Super Thought means I'm asking the question through these projects. It's like 3 LPs, 3 EPs, and then 1 EP featuring Kool Keith. So it's like 7 projects or some shit like that. But all these projects represent one question I'm trying to ask. Is the black person the prostitute of the world? Are we the super thought? Am I the hoe? This whole time. Because niggas make everything lit. Everything. Electricity. Niggas did that. Niggas, I don't even need to mention it. Niggas make everything lit, but how am I still the hoe? This is just fascinating to me.
You have a good point. From sports, entertainment.
How am I still the hoe?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a brand called Super Thought. Me exploring that, how to either be a better hoe or stop hoeing. It's either 2 ways. Either I'm gonna stop hoeing or I'm gonna be a better hoe. But how to define this thing called Super Thought? This is crazy. How do you always get the foul end of shit?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where that project comes from. And Kool Keith is my childhood hero as a hip hop artist because He's from the Bronx, from the South Bronx. But Kool Keith, before niggas was skateboarding in an extreme way, of course there was Harold, but before niggas was skateboarding, there was dudes like Harold, of course, but there was dudes like Kool Keith allowing us to be mentally free and be from the projects and be from the ghetto, but still be creative. So I don't know if Kool Keith knows that about me. I don't even think I've ever spoken to him about that. But that, how gangster he is, how much of a real nigga, all this connotation of words. But as a black man, he kept, from my black mind, he kept me free and open to think, to be creative, to be weird, to take risks, to hang out with different crowds, try different musics. Not even try different musics. Back then, it was just listen to different musics. So Kool Keith was definitely at the forefront of what we call, back then, alternative rapper, is what we call today Little Uzi.
Mm-hmm.
Kool Keith been there, done that.
Okay. Cool.
What we call Andre 3000. Kool Keith been there, done that. That whole ride, like Kool Keith done. He's a marvel of a talent. Like he's some other shit. It's just he's some other shit. So yeah, I was, shout out to my man Mark Live 7. That's my producer. He produced all of the Super Thought albums, and because of him, I was able to work with Kool Keith. He produced Black Elvis 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. So Mark is a legend in his own right too. But yeah, I'm just thankful to be having a project with Kool Keith and working with Legend Records, Mark Live, Ariel, Gil, and now we're working on some videos from some singles. I think we're going to put out a single soon from that album. But I'm gearing up for a September release. Mm-hmm. I'm going to drop something for September, so I might be back on your podcast.
All right.
With some new stuff to talk about.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing some house cleaning. These are like generic questions that we ask everyone.
Shoot.
So let me start with the first one. So, who makes a hit record? The fan, or the rapper, or the artist?
The fans.
And why?
Because they bop into it.
Just the fans.
Just the fans.
Okay. Hold on, Wait, what do you hate about hip hop? What's so corny about hip hop?
Damn, I can't say that. What's corny about hip hop?
Yeah,
I can't say that.
There gotta be one thing about hip hop you like. I don't like.
One thing about hip hop I don't like.
Yes, that's one.
Pusha T constantly talking about cocaine in his raps.
Oh, you don't like it?
No.
Why?
It's ridiculous.
It's a story. He's like telling a story.
No, I'm tired of this Martin Scorsese shit with this guy. You just asked me a question. I answered the question.
Okay.
One thing in hip hop I hate. I hate these coke raps of extreme drug dealers from men who are financially stable.
Yeah.
From publishing checks.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to hear it. And your first name is Terrence. So.
Okay.
With some gangster shit, calm down, Terrence. Pipe it down, Terrence.
Okay.
Terrence, you better mind your manners.
So the last one is distributors. So what's the best distributor? Is it Empire, CD Baby? What distribution company do you use to distribute your music?
Vidya.
Mm-hmm.
And this DistroKid.
DistroKids.
Yeah.
Okay, why those two?
I have an account for DistroKid a few years. It's very convenient. Vidya, my production company, Legends Recordings, they have a situation with Vidya and Orchard. So I think that I'm into, I hope in the next year or two to be able to deliver my next albums on my website. So I plan to leave this wherever it is and focus more on Bandcamp.
Bandcamp, yeah.
I think that's when you say distributors. I think that if you're a music person and you want to make some type of financial gain off of what you do, like even like $4, I would say start working with Bandcamp a little bit more.
I've been hearing Bandcamp a lot. Yeah.
And if anything, just do 2 projects a year. If you're a local artist like me who keeps a job and does other things in life, is just not all just wrapped out. Maybe you want to put out 2 projects a year, one for the DSPs and one for the Bandcamp community. And I just think that is one of the ways that I've been ignoring for years that I need to take seriously. So besides that and my own .com, that's the only way I see to distribute.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of that came in. They've been saying mostly Bandcamp and, like you said, Oma Domain.
I mean, that. So you got to remember, even if you do 2 downloads a month on your own, 2 downloads a month on your own domain, it's yours. It's yours.
Yeah, no middleman.
No middleman, and 2 can easily turn into 4, and 4 can turn into 6, and 6 can turn into 8, and you can go from there.
All right. Any last departing words?
Last departing words. I've had a good time on No Standing Anytime. I'm not coming back. You guys have bad water. No, I don't know. I don't have no comments. I feel really, really good that we talked about the polo thing. That was heavy on the heart. I always see these polo posts, and polo has become this big phenomenon. And it deserves it. But there was a group of kids and people that never get talked about. It bothers me. I don't even know why. I don't even know some of these niggas. But I don't even know why it bothers me. So, because I remember when it was like a little hub of a thing where some of the graffiti writers would write, Ralphie's Kids and UPS, United Polo Service, and all those little. I remember that. And I remember where it was local. It was just like Black Spanish kids.
Yeah. And
then I remember it grew. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, so I just want to give the kids the credit that really, growing up in a poor neighborhood around drug dealers. I'll say this lastly. The coolest thing about the low thing was that they were thieves. So in that, they became positive. They weren't drug dealers. They weren't going to jail for crack or robberies, like armed robbery. They were going to jail for stealing clothes, if that. So in the neighborhood, they started to get looked at as, you're going to make it out of this phase. When the drug dealers were like, I don't know if you're going to make it out of this phase. If you don't stop now, I don't know what your tomorrow is. But for the boosters, a lot of them made it out of that phase. A lot of them have sneaker stores, restaurants. They learned how to merchandise like that. So it's very interesting.
All right.
But I talk too much anyway. But thank you guys for having me. No Standing Anytime. My name is Dear Derrick B. Harden, however you call it. Black Sea, the movie. Also the soundtrack out now. Go see some shit. Get involved. Get your life together. And true New Yorker, so you know what the next line is. SMD, you already know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like to give a special thanks for the culture, lessons that they taught us. Drug dealer Christmas, gifts that they bought us. Risks that was taken, Jews that was taken. The Richter scale said, I shake the room. That witch, my bitch, jumped the broom. Spoonful of honey, my days, good like a ripe peach. Highly favorable, say neighbor on the route for paper, and I know a thing or two. I rap like I got it like that. Probably cause I got it like that. Riddle me this, riddle me that. I Reynolds rap any track I rap. Let's take it back to the format when whack MCs was doormats. I'm New York like a Yankee hat. In your mouth goes my ball sack. On player time, I hit once, don't call back. Like chill, my fall back, fall back. It's not about you hanging with ops, you hanging with flops. Baby girl, that's not the way.